Hello and welcome to Anthony's Brick Builds, and today is my great honor and pleasure to do a review on Lego House, the home of the brick sets 40501, the wooden duck. This is my first actually European box edition. We'll go over the difference between European box and American box in a little bit, but this one came out in 2020. It's the first kind of run of this set, so that's why it has number 1 on there. That's pretty cool right there. But this set contains 621 parts, and I believe costs 90 USD when it comes over from the kind of Denmark money system to ours. I think it's around like 550 Denmark dollars or something like that. However they say their money, it's kind of just about that much. So that's pretty crazy. It's 10 up right here. It has the old Lego logo down here, which is pretty cool, and get some brief history on that. We'll turn over the box to this side right here, and we have fun facts. The wooden duck went on the drawing board in 1935 and was produced until 1960. The duck was designed by the Lego founder, Ole Christensen, so that's pretty cool. The exclusive Lego duck set is loyal to the original wooden duck and has a moving beak which opens and closes when the duck is pulled back and forth. So we will be testing that, of course, in this video. And it has the original picture of the wooden duck right there, which is just awesome. And we can see on the back of the box right here some really cool photos of a workshop, and then the old wooden duck versus this Lego one, and you can just see how similar they are right there. So that's pretty cool, and you can see it being pulled forward and the beak going up and down, and then it looks like it has a stand in it as well, which is pretty cool. And let's take a look at this, the tail of the wooden duck. For more than 100 years ago, 24-year-old master carpenter Christensen buys a wood workshop in a tiny house of Bill in Denmark and designs carving and painting and sanding each toy done in perfection, because he was convinced that children deserve toys of high quality made in the finest materials. And in 1935, a wooden duck was first produced, and it has been a symbol for the Lego group, and it has its motto, "Only the best is good enough." The wooden duck is such a beloved item that's interpreted in various sizes and shapes for timeless fun for master builders of the Lego house. So that's like a little synopsis of what that says. And then on this side, we have, of course, the Lego, the set number, and we have Home of the Brick right here. So this is a Lego house exclusive set. So the only way you get this set is by going to a Lego house in Bill in Denmark, and it is probably cheaper to get it online. This thing, I bought this for around 200 USD. So this is a pretty expensive set on the aftermarket today, thanks to Atlanta Brick Co. I was able to get this bad boy, so that's a really cool thing. And just by going over to Bill in Denmark, buying this and coming back, it's definitely a lot better just to get it right here. And it's such a cool set. So let's open it on camera and let's take a look at what's inside this awesome Lego house set. Alright, so this is the bottom of the box right here. As you can see, it has the wooden duck, of course, on there. Lego.com over here, and it has some pretty cool other stuff right here. It's built in 2020. It has, of course, the item barcode right here. And if I wanted to show the top of the box, too, it has a one-to-one replica of what the eye is going to be. So that's going to be pretty cool. But before we open this, you probably might recognize this knife. This is only used to open very special Lego sets, being used to open UCS Vendor and the UCS Millennium Falcon on the channel. So this is a pretty special knife, so let's kind of open her up right here. A little nervous. Not sure what we're gonna find in here. There we go. Open her up right here, and look at that. It kind of opens up on the top right here. There is kind of like no stuff right here, but as you see, all the bags are pretty nicely packed into here, as long as the instruction manual. So I will take out all these bags and we'll take a look at all of them in turn before we start the really cool building process. Alright, so inside the box, we have a really interesting instruction manual. We'll take a look at it in just a second. And then we have a kind of extra bag right here with a bunch of large parts that we'll have in like the other 6 bags right here, so you can kind of see how the building process is going to go. We have the bottom, and we're going to work our way out to the top, so that is going to be a really fun build. But before we start building, let's take a look at this really cool instruction manual. All right, so here is the instruction manual right here. I got my nice little tripod so we can get a good look at this thing. As you open it up, you can really see some intricate details from the Lego house. I will let you guys pause and read if you would like. There's actually some pretty cool reading material on this thing. So you can see down here we have the wooden duck right here. So actually a pretty cool and nice kind of like looking instruction manual. We'll take a look on the next page, and we have some duck facts over here, and we have some Lego house home with a brick. And what's my favorite part about the Lego house is kind of like this museum I have at the very bottom of the building, which is really cool to have a bunch of old Lego kind of history stuff, which is just a really cool thing. Flip to our next page, we have some other Lego house stuff. We have the Tree of Creativity, which has a wooden duck kind of embedded in the bark, which is really cool. A small wooden duck over here, and we do have a cool monkey over here. I do believe I have this set over here, this kind of like small kind of like duck. This one came out like the 90 Years of Play kind of creativity box. That was pretty cool, so I'll pull that out for the remainder of this video, which is actually pretty cool. We have another kind of like in their big city they have in the Lego house. They have some ducks crossing the street, and leading it is this wooden duck, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty simple if you guys want to make your own kind of like a micro wooden duck. And if we go to the next page, we'll see that it's some pretty standard Lego building instructions for the rest of the build. So just like in a UCS set, it is very nice up front, and then it's all business from then on. So pretty cool and a very nice instruction manual. One thing I do want to point out is that in the back, do they showcase any of the other sets from the Lego house? Not really, but here's like the part list right here if anyone would like to take a nice look at that. And then this is the back of the booklet. So they don't really showcase the other sets that came out at the time, which is fine. You don't really need to do that, but this is the pretty cool instruction manual. So I will check with you guys when I'm done building, and we'll check out this awesome Lego wooden duck. Alright, so after a pretty simple build, we have the wooden duck right here. It's actually a really cool set. Comes with pretty nice stand. Doesn't show on the front of the box, but it does come with a very nice stand. It has the wooden duck, the Lego house on some printed plates, so that is always really nice to see. And we have the cool mechanism about dragging it around and the beak going up and down. We'll show that fully in just a couple minutes, but let's take a look at the rest of the build and just appreciate how good it is. So this is a 1-to-1 of what the original wooden duck would be, but this is basically like the plastic duck because it's made of plastic bricks, but it's actually a really neat build. So we're going to start up front with the mechanism to make the beak go up and down. It's pretty simple. It just goes up and down by using some kind of like pieces right here. So this is going up and down and is pushing the duck beak up. So pretty simple mechanism to make that work. We have these very large blue kind of like dome pieces right here with a really cool printed eyeball right there for the duck. Very interesting right there. So it's actually a 7-stud wide model, so that is a pretty cool thing to work on for someone that works with even studs. So we have 7 studs, 3 studs, 2 more on each, or 1 more on each side, another 2 to make it 5. So it's a pretty interesting build with that part at least. You can see all the technical snot bricks just to make the wings look how they are. Really cool to look at them. They are definitely a really cool kind of like, I just like looking at all the kind of parts on the side. This looks actually pretty cool. The tail on the back, pretty interesting right here. Pretty simple. This like a lot of plates in this set to make kind of like everything how it's supposed to be. And then the duck back using the dark red is definitely a cool added bonus. Then the dark blue kind of stand for the duck, or kind of like the base for the duck with the wheels on it. Very simple, just some bricks on top of each other, some plates, and the wheels, pretty cool. They just roll how they should, and they will roll fully once you kind of get it going. Then you also have a spot for the kind of little rope that comes from over here, and you can wrap it around the back of the duck to come out right here, so you can put it onto your stand so it all looks nice and clean. Now let's take the duck off the stand and show you how it works. 2 things before we look at the wooden duck. Here is the kind of better view of the stand. Pretty straightforward. A lot of nice 2x2 black plates. Love that right here. And here's the duck I was talking about that I previously owned right here. Pretty cute little duck from a 90 years of creative play from a Lego Creator Mega Box. So we have the string right here connected to the duck. Just pull it taut. And here's how it works. You just pull, and it goes pretty well, and you can go backwards too, all the way to the edge of the table, and you can make it go again. So it's actually a pretty fun set right here, just making it go back and forth, and it just is a really cute thing. Thank you guys for joining me for this wonderful episode of Anthony's Brick Builds. Went over the 40501, the wooden duck, the Lego House exclusive. Now what I mean by this is an extremely rare set from the thumbnail and the title. The only way you can get this is either going on Bricklink and paying an astronomical price for it, or going over to the Lego House in Denmark and buying one. All visitors to the Lego House have the option. They could buy one if they want to. So I just think it's a really fun and extremely collectible set that I haven't seen before in real life until I went to the Atlanta Brick Con. I saw it on shelves and knew I just had to take it home. It's just a really fun set. I would recommend to anyone who loves history of Lego, who loves ducks, and who is just a really cool Lego person all around. Going right on the shelves, probably somewhere on these front shelves right here, so I can look at it every day and everyone can see it during my videos. So this is pretty much the end of this video, guys. Went over the wooden duck. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to notifications button on if you have not already. It means the world to me if you do so. I'll see you guys in the next Lego video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.